Hi, welcome to the Mel-Tran Designs podcast. I'm your host, Melissa, also known as Anansi on Ravelry, and on Instagram, I am Mel-Tran Designs. Today is Friday, September 22nd, 2017. I hope you've had a grand week. I have some fun things to tell you about, so grab whatever it is you're going to be working on or a hot cup of something, because man, is it cold over here, and I hope you enjoy our time together. So this last week has been insanely busy. Let's just say that. Jake and I were thrown into reffing volleyball games. So we got to ref together on Monday, which was really cool. And then on Wednesday, we were both sent to different schools to have our first solo games. It was a little nerve-wracking, a little confidence shaking, but we survived, made it through to live another day. Luckily, fortunately, really, another official who had offered us some help was able to come out and help me on Wednesday for a little while. She was able to be there for the pregame stuff and then also through the first set of the B team. So she walked me through all the pregame things that she does and what we need to do and what we need to go over and how that works. And then she stayed, like I said, through that first set. And for the first part, she was across the court from me, and then after that she came around and was kind of coaching me from the floor, because you're up on that stand for reffing volleyball. So anyways, my ears were ringing after that. Both teams went to 3 sets. There's a fly that is wanting to get on the camera lens there. Yeah, so it was a long game. It was a lot of whistling because it was 7th grade, so there were a lot of, dead balls. So, you tweet for them to serve, you tweet when the ball goes dead, you double tweet when there's a substitution or when there's a timeout, and anyway, my jaw felt really weird for a long time after that. But anyway, it was good, and I feel a lot more confident now after she worked with me, and I was able to come home and tell Jake all the things that she told me, and so he's able to implement those things. So anyway, it's definitely going to be something that is a lot of fun to continue on with. I have a game Monday and Wednesday this next week. That's the dryer singing, if you can hear that. Anyway, starting though Saturday, because I recorded Friday, Kyan had a volleyball game. I'm her coach, and they won, which was so fantastic, because I don't remember if I mentioned in any of the previous episodes that she didn't have a coach last year. One of the grandmas stepped up and was like, well, I saw it on the Olympics, so you can put me down as the coach. And then an older brother of one of the girls who's actually on her team this year again, he's like, well, I learned how to play it in volleyball, so I can help you out. So they put him on officially as the assistant coach, but he really was running the show. And I think, I wanted to say he was like a sophomore, so it was pretty impressive. But anyway, so I was like, I'm not doing that again. So I'm her coach. And last year they didn't win ever, not even one set. And you play best 2 out of 3 sets for the game. They didn't even win one set. And the first week they won 1 and lost the second 2, or the second and third. And then this week they won the first and the third. So it was really exciting. And Kyan's like, I won! I actually won! It was really cool. And it really boosted their self-esteem. And the improvements that those girls have made just now in 3 weeks of practice is incredible. I mean, and they're only practicing 1 hour twice a week. And then, the game is about 50 minutes long. So, they're playing 3 times a week. And it's incredible. I'm so proud of these girls. And it's so much fun. So, that was Saturday. Also Monday, because they practice on Monday and Wednesday. Monday was our first game, but also I think I talked about that I've started going to an exercise class, a free exercise class out at a church building a few miles away. I did that on Monday and Wednesday this week, which was really good. I'm still a little stiff on the backs of my legs from Wednesdays. It was a CrossFit workout. It was a good one too. It was a really good one. It wasn't like kill you like some of them can be, but it was hardcore, you know. It was, but you can do it at your own pace, which was so great. And Quinn had preschool on Tuesday and yesterday, and I get to host next week and teach, which will be fun. Let's see, and then Wednesday. Are you ready? Okay, for those of you who've been watching for any length of time, I think you're going to be excited when I tell you what I did. I clogged. He being Robbie, the owner of the studio that I was dancing with previously, he has an adult class. Well, two, a beginner and an advanced. It was so fantastic, you guys. I haven't clogged except for standing in front of my microwave for 3 years. And to be learning a routine and to be in there with other people, it made my heart happy. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. I got there before anybody else did, and it was locked. So I was sitting in the van, and Robbie came over to unlock the door, and I got out, and I said, Robbie? And he goes, Melissa? And I said, I'm gonna hug you. And he goes, okay. Gave me a big ol' hug, and he goes, I'm so glad you're here. And I said, I'm so happy today. Oh my gosh. Wednesday, seriously, from the amazing workout. I'm going to go back to Monday in a second. The amazing workout to clogging to hustling home and showering and getting ready to running an Onzi to the chiropractor where things are staying in and she's responding and getting better. She's had some joint stuff going on. And then going and having my first solo game go so well. And then straight to Kyan's volleyball practice where they were doing amazing. I mean, it was such a great day. But the highlight was definitely the clogging class. Oh, sorry, that was Fly. Up close and personal. Anyway, but to go back to Monday, do you remember that I was saying, I did talk about it last week because volleyball is after that. And as long as there's 4 people, then that gets set up and we play. Well, Jake came out. And for those of you who maybe knew, Jake's my husband. Anyway, he came out, and so we got to play, and it was so much fun. And my bruise is finally going away. I took a pretty hard hit right here, and it jarred my whole wrist. Like, I hit and just walked off to the side, and I said, okay, give me a minute, and just walked off and took a drink and collected myself while the pain in my wrist subsided. It was terrible. So anyway, it was still fun though. And then Tuesday I worked during the day. I've been working the last couple Tuesdays since I haven't been able to work Wednesday nights. Yesterday I took Quinn to preschool and I worked on the house. I worked on cleaning. And still unpacking some stuff from when we redid things. I'm doggy sitting. That's Riku. He's my sister's dog. She came into town Wednesday night and dropped him off yesterday morning. She went up to Northern Idaho with my dad. He has a bike race this weekend. So both my sisters went with him. I'm super jealous because I love Northern Idaho. It's beautiful up there. Anyway, so he's hanging out with us, and you can see Lucy sleeping right there, and Belle is right over there, sleeping on the other couch. So, anyway, all right. The last few times, it's taken me until like 17 minutes to talk about what all has gone on, and I'm only at 9:40. Pretty fantastic. It's been an amazing week. So, there you go. Things that are going on. Retreat signups did start last Friday. We had, a nice group kind of sign up right away, but there are still plenty of spaces open if you're thinking about coming. I would love to have you, and I know that all the rest of the attendees would love to have you as well. So please consider it. It's in April. It's beautiful. It's only $200 for 4 days and 3 nights. That includes everything except for one portion of one meal, one day. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Nothing like that. It can be, a tub of macaroni salad from the grocery store deli section. If you are flying in and obviously can't stop and get food or whatever, we can work something out where you could PayPal me however much and I could pick it up for you. So it's very easily doable. You would have access to a store on the way down there if you wanted to, pick stuff up or whatever. Anyway, I hope you would consider coming. If you have questions, please email them to fiberfanatics.unite@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can on that. There's also a Fiber Fanatics Unite Retreat, is the name of it, group on Facebook, where you'll get any information. So, and if you're looking for the podcast, you'll find it on YouTube. There's a Mel-Tran Designs Facebook page and Ravelry group as well. Both of those will also have any pattern releases or anything like that. I need to design something. I should do that. Yeah, I should design something, don't you think? Yeah. All right, on to the knitting. I have 2 things that I'm working on. One of them I showed you the swatch for last week. The other is not the yarn that I was considering. That was for the Halifax sweater. I did swatch, and surprisingly enough, the colors do go together pretty well. I played with how many rows of the orange to how many rows of the kind of variegated with the orange in it, and I found that 4-to-1 looked really good. So I think that's what I will do when I cast that on. But I decided actually to cast on a different sweater because it has been on my to-do list for longer. I haven't had the yarn as long, but that other yarn just was kind of there. And the orange, I knew I wanted to make a sweater out of it, but that was kind of it. But this sweater that I cast on, this yarn is specifically for this sweater. And so I decided, you know what, that has been there longer and I really want to wear it, and it's super easy. I mean, like, the pattern, I thought I had it. I even grabbed, it's right there. I even grabbed my pattern protector because I was like, the pattern's in here. No, it's not. Here's the thing. It's 2 pages, like 1 page front and back is the entire sweater pattern. Yeah. Isn't that cool? The pattern is called Dagna. It's the Dagna pullover, and it came out in the Webs. Of course I'm partway through a row. It came out in the Webs catalog last year. I'm wanting to say in the fall, maybe? Yeah, because that's usually when they come out with pullovers. I can't remember what this yarn base is called, and I had to rewind this ball because it was kind of falling apart, so I grabbed it on purpose so that I could wind it and get it taken care of so it didn't fall apart more and make a mess in the project bag with the other skeins being moved around and whatnot. And I used, where is it? Oh, it's on my counter. I used the Nosta pin that my awesome friend Marilyn, hi Marilyn, gave me, that she and her dad made. It's pretty fantastic, and between that one, because it's a little bit fatter Nosta pin, which I like for the heavier weight yarns. And then I also have a skinnier one that I use for lighter weight or hand spun, that is my green sleeves, that goes with my green sleeve spindle. I'm almost done with this row. Surprisingly enough, I've been able to yammer on about this long enough. Anyway, now I got all distracted because I was like, wait, what was I going to say? I have one more stitch. Wait, hold on. 2 more stitches because I can't count to 3 and talk at the same time. There we go. All right. Here is the back side. Oh, that is blowing out really purple from what it looks like on my screen anyway. I turned down the brightness on my computer screen completely so that it didn't cast so much blue, but it's really cloudy outside today and it's casting a blue hue as well, so I apologize. I even look a little bluish to me, so, and it doesn't help that I'm wearing blue either, but anyways, this is not purple, even though that's probably what it looks like. It is a very deep, like Merlot red though. And I do remember that this is a blend of merino and microfiber. Maybe superwash merino. I don't remember. I'll get the information for you for next week. But anyways, the whole thing is done in a mistake rib. You can see there, so it's completely reversible right now. Actually, all the time. And the construction is really cool. You start at the back, and it's back and forth as you can see, and you go up. And then when you get to the sleeves, you start casting on the ends of each row and end up with the sleeves. So then you're working back and forth up, and then you, bind off for the neck, and then, do that anyways. And then you work your way down the front, and then you just have a seam along the side. I don't know if you do like a 3-needle bind off or something for the sleeve. If that's not written in, I might just do that. I don't know. I haven't read that part of it. I'm just working on the, 13, 15, whatever, however many inches I'm supposed to do on this. It looks a little short on the picture, and I've decided to do the smallest size because it's generously sized. And so I've decided to do the smallest size. So that means I have one more skein than I actually need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit until fuzzies. I'm going to knit until I've used half of this ball, and I'm going to then count how many rows I've done, and then I will know. I'll know how many, or not count how many rows, but also measure how long it is. And then I'll know that I can go, that length on the other side as well, just so that way I can have it evenly longer on both sides. Anyway, so there's that. Right now, because it's just the first ball and it's just this big, I have it in my Girl Cave bag with birdies on it. You guys know how much I love bird fabric. I'm slightly obsessed with it, to say the least. So anyways, it will live in there probably until I get into the second ball and it's too tall. The rest of the balls of yarn are in a sweater size bag. I'm just not to that point yet. So anyways, super easy to grab with me, to grab and take with me or throw in my purse, because it's mistake rib. You do the same thing every single row. So anyway, the other project I'm working on is the perpendicular hat. You saw the little swatch last week. That's the blue and purple stripes. Well, I am this far. I'll show you the right side. Man, that's so blue. Anyway, I wonder if I held it up in front of something that is gray, no, it doesn't matter. All right. Such is life. At least I'm recording, right? I'd love to sit outside, except it's been dumping rain. Google said light rain showers. Like it was pouring. Water rushing through the gutters, down the gutters, like puddles in the street. Legitimately, like raining. But I'm not complaining, because there are people who have had hurricanes, so I'm not complaining. It was just funny to me that Google said light rain showers and it was dumping rain. So anyway, I can't sit outside. I don't know if I'll get to sit outside at all anymore, but maybe in the next couple weeks it'll be nice enough that I can bundle up and sit out there. But anyway, so I have this much done. You can see that there was some shaping at the beginning. Well, it's actually this way, I guess, because this is my working row. There was some shaping there at the beginning, and now I'm working straight. This is where I start counting. And it's what I've been working on when I walk the kids to the bus stop and it's not pouring rain and I have to carry an umbrella. Yes, we did walk in the pouring rain today, and it was super fun. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. We have 2 really big umbrellas. One of them is from IKEA. If you guys have ever seen that, the really big blue and yellow one that was like $5 or something insanely cheap. That was one that Eli and I shared, and then Kyan had another one. But anyway, I'm really enjoying working on it. I like how the purple, you can't see the variegation quite so much unless you look up close, but the blue, I love how it has those light bits that go through there. This is on a size 1, I'm wanting to say. Yeah, it's a size 1. It's the old Chow Goose. I don't even know if they're old, but to me they're old because they're the ones that I saw first, and it's getting bent before the the red cable and whatnot. Anyway, so the yarn I'm using is this purple is from Huckleberry Knits, and you know what, with it casting blue, even though it's not that blue, you can see the different colors in it a lot better than you can in person. But it is very purple, very, very purple. And I don't remember the colorway name. It was from a club I was in, I think in 2012. And then the blue is from Solar Flare Fibers, and she's not dying anymore, unfortunately, because her stuff was so beautiful. So anyway, that's the perpendicular hat, and that's all I have. I did ply some yarn that I found on one of my spindles. I had it's just one of those little pigtails that I do. The first half had already been spun. The second half was spun and just not wound off of my spindle, so I wound it off and did a 2-ply of those on my plying spindle. It's hanging in the bathroom. It's not very much yardage. I didn't count it. It's going to go in the bag with all of my other pigtails, and I'm going to do something with them. There's a scarf that I've been wanting to make with them, and there was something else, but I think I'm going to have more yardage than I realized, and so I can do a bigger project and incorporate all of them. Even though they don't match, I don't care. It'll be really fantastically amazing. So yeah, anyway, yeah, that's all the fiber related things really. I don't have any woodworking stuff to tell you about. I know I told you about some projects that I'm going to be doing. I keep looking over at the kitchen because I just took a bookshelf out of there yesterday that my brother-in-law and my sister want. And so it's all empty over there, which looks amazing. But yeah, fiber related stuff, I haven't made that shelf yet, the shelving system. I need to clean out the back porch as far as where all the tools are and stuff and get them organized and whatnot before I can do that. And I need to do it soon because it seems like fall kind of came with a vengeance, and it's dropping pretty cold pretty quickly. It's supposed to warm up a little next week, but it's been like in the 50s. I think it's supposed to sneak up to 70 like Monday or something like that. But anyway, if I hurry and get those taken care of, then I won't have to freeze while I'm out there doing stuff. But that was my plan for the week. It just has been so incredibly busy. Like before, I was like, yeah, I'm busy. Because, when you have 4 kids, you can just say you're busy, and people are like, oh, well, yeah, you have 4 kids. And I would have days when I was busy or whatever. But I'm legitimately busy. You heard my Wednesday. It was insane. And there was a bonus class this morning at 9 that I did not go to because my back was hurting so bad at work last night, which I'm doing things to strengthen my back, and I'm doing things to make sure I don't do the motions incorrectly that hurt my back. It's just that I'm exercising now, and I stood for so long when I was reffing, stuff like that, that it's strengthening. Anyways, it was hurting so bad last night, and I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm taking today off because I still have to work tonight. And so I'm like, you know what? I might clean a little bit. I did a lot of cleaning yesterday, so because we kind of got behind. The kids have been doing their chores, but just the picking up the extra stuff that happens when people live here and everyone's running all over the place. It just happens. So I spent a lot of time doing that yesterday. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the day today to wear my hoodie and wear my yoga pants and wear my awesome hand spun hat that I love very much, and I have a matching cowl that I wore to the bus stop. I think this is called Langsfield maybe. It's a Martina Bem pattern. You actually start here. I like that this part of it was so much lighter in the skein, so I like to wear it off to the side because it's kind of fun. Yeah, you start with this triangle and then you do this other stuff and poof, then you have a hat. It's kind of amazing, and I taught a class on it and it was super fun, and I should make one again because I like how it fits too. It's kind of poofing out right now. I haven't really played with it, but anyway, yeah, I love it. So, all right, I'm going to stop blabbering on. I'm really shocked that it's only 26 minutes and I covered everything. So, anyways, ow, hit my bruise. Have a fantastic week. I plan on being able to talk to you again next Friday. There's nothing going on as far as I know. So, anyway, I guess Quinn is not going to make an appearance again this week, which is fine. I want to eat some breakfast, and it's late. It's like 10:20, and I haven't eaten breakfast. All right. Have a fantastic week, and until next time, keep knitting. Bye.